Hello children, welcome to online classes. Today we will discuss objective questions from electrochemistry. First one, consider the cell Zn plus 2 and Cu plus 2 Cu. If the concentration of zinc ions and copper ions are doubled, then EMF of the cell. Let us write first cell reaction. So here zinc anode and copper cathode. So zinc undergoing oxidation, anode always undergoes oxidation, and copper is acting as cathode in this reaction. So undergoes reduction here, depositing copper. So overall cell reaction is zinc plus copper plus 2 giving rise to copper plus Zn plus 2, the cell reaction. Let us write Nernst equation for the cell reaction. So E is equal to E naught of cell minus 0.059 by N into log of concentration of the products. So in this reaction products are Zn plus 2. So Zn plus 2 concentration by concentration of reactants are Cu plus 2. So Cu plus 2. Now E is equal to E naught minus. Now the concentration of zinc and copper both are doubled. When zinc and copper are doubled here, when both are doubled, log of zinc by copper will not change. That implies that potential remains the same. Potential cannot change. When both concentration of copper and zinc are double, potential remains same. Answer is option C. So C is the answer. Next one. The gases to be evolved at cathode and anode respectively by electrolysis of aqueous solution of H2SO4 using inert electrode. So gas at cathode and anode. You are using their inert electrode and solution is H2SO4. So when H2SO4 is electrolyzed, first of all it undergoes ionization, say giving rise to 2H plus SO4 minus 2. So at cathode, H plus ions migrate, they undergo reduction. So at cathode, liberation of H2 gas takes place at cathode. Coming towards at anode, whenever you have sulfate anions in aqueous solution, since we are using aqueous solution, we have OH minus ions also in that. So if you have SO4 minus 2 ions, then OH minus ion gets oxidized in preference to sulfate anions. So at anode, OH minus ions get oxidized. It liberates oxygen gas. So liberates oxygen gas, it will form water molecule also along with this. So there is a 4 here and 2H2O. So therefore, oxidation of OH minus ion takes place in preference to sulfate ions, liberation of O2. So liberation of O2 at anode, H2 at cathode takes place. So option C, H2 at cathode, O2 at anode. So C is the answer. Third question, AgNO3 1 molar concentration, H plus H2 of 1 atmosphere pressure. The EMF developed from the cell is 0.850. What is the pH of unknown solution? E naught of cell is 0.7995. So they have given us EMF E value, E naught value, and we need to find out the pH of the unknown solution. Concentration of AgNO3 is given to us as 1 molar. Let us now write cell reaction for this. So cell reaction, that is Ag is anode, therefore Ag giving rise to Ag plus electron, and hydrogen is cathode. So 2H plus electrons giving rise to H2. Adding these two, so we require 2 electrons here, multiplying this with 2, cancelling off these 2. This will be 2Ag plus 2H plus giving rise to 2 Ag plus plus H2. Now let us write Nernst equation for this reaction now. So Nernst equation E is equal to E naught minus 0.059 by 2 because of 2 electron transfer here, log of concentration of the products Ag plus square by concentration of H plus reactants whole square we have. So by inversing H plus and Ag plus, we can make sign positive value. E naught and E values both are given to us. Let us take this value as 0.06, so by 2. So value of E is given as 0.85. So 0.85, this value is equal to E naught value. Let us take this as roughly 0.8. So 0.8 nearly minus 0.0. I am writing 3 here. Let us change the sign here now. So log of this will be hydrogen ion square. I am inversing this by silver ion square. Silver concentration is given as 1 molar. So this will be 1 molar then now. Substitution further 0.85 minus 0.8. This value is 0.85. Subtracting those two, you are going to get 0.05, which is equal to 0.03. This can be written as 2 log into, that is 2 log H plus now. So 2 log H plus, which is equal to 0.05 by 0.06 then now, is equal to log H plus. 0.05 by 0.06, the value will be 0.833, 3 by 5, 833 is equal to log of H plus. We require pH, and pH is equal to minus of log H plus. So let us take negative sign on both sides. So minus log H plus will be equal to minus 0.833 then now. So answer is minus 0.833. Option is A. So first of all we wrote cell reaction for a given cell, and then we have written Nernst equation for the given cell reaction, and then we have done substitution simplification. We get the value minus 0.833, option 1. So remember, pH value can be even negative also. Then, so answer is option A. Fourth one. The electrolytic cells, one containing acidified ferrous chloride, other containing acidified ferric chloride. So one is having Fe plus 2, other is having Fe plus 3, ferric chloride, are connected in series. The ratio of ion deposited at cathodes in the two cells when electricity is passed through the cells. When they are connected in series means same amount of current is being passed, means Faraday's second law. When same amount of current is being passed, ratio of masses deposited will be in the ratio of their equivalents. That implies mass of ion Fe plus 2. Mass of Fe plus 2 by say mass of Fe plus 3 deposited should be in the ratio of their equivalents now. In the ratio of their equivalents. So equivalent mass of ion will be 56 by 2, and that of Fe plus 3 will be 56, 3 will know. So implies that ratio of ferrous to ferric will be 3 by 2. So ferrous to ferric will be 3 by 2. Answer is 3:2. So answer option D. So ratio of the masses deposited will be in the ratio of their equivalents according to Faraday's second law. So D is the answer. The next, the cell reaction for a given cell is spontaneous if. So we need to write first of all cell reaction for this. So which is equal to, cell reaction will be equal to, so this part is acting as anode, this part is equal to cathode for us now. So H2, that is pressure is given as P1 for H2 here, and P2 is given for this H2 there now. So H2, that is P1 here, means H2, giving rise to undergoing oxidation anode, so 2H plus 2 electrons here. Then at cathode, so 2H plus 2 electrons, giving rise to H2 here, but this value is given as P2. So adding the reactions, we get this is a P1 here, and this H plus also gets cancelled here, giving rise to, we get P2 there now. When you write Nernst equation, E is equal to E naught minus 0.059 log of products by reactants, that should be P2 by P1. When you change the sign here, means it will be equal to plus sign here, 0.059 log of, say it is P1 by P2. To make this value positive, P1 must be more than P2. So P1 should be more than P2, option C. So C is the answer. Next one. 1 gram of metal M plus 3 was discharged by 1.81 10 power 23 electrons. What is the atomic mass of the metal? So 1 gram of metal of plus 3 state was discharged by passing number of electrons, which is equal to 1.81 10 to the power of 23. What is the mass of the metal? What is the atomic mass of the metal deposited? Now here we know that for every mole of electrons which we pass, we are going to get 1 gram equivalent of the substance. So here 1.81 into 10 power 23, which is given to us, is depositing there 1 gram of metal. 1 gram of metal. Therefore, when you pass 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23, how many grams will be depositing now? So cross multiplying here, 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 into 1 by 1.81 10 to the power of 23. So many grams will be deposited. So this value comes to nearly 3.3. Implies that 3.3 is the equivalent mass of the metal, because we are passing 1 mole of electrons. This mass must be equal to equivalent mass. So equivalent mass is 3.3. So equivalent mass is equal to 3.3 now. Now atomic mass is equal to, it will be equivalent mass into valency. Equivalent mass is 3.3. Valence is given as 3 here. So into 3. The value comes to 10.03. The value is 10.03. So here there is no answer for this. So option must be none of these. D is the answer then. So 10.3. So when you are passing 1 mole of electrons, the amount of substance deposited will be equal to its equivalent mass. So 3.3, which is equal to its equivalent mass. Atomic mass is equal to equivalent mass into valency. Valence is given as 3 here. So 3.3 into 3, 10.03. So answer is option D. Then next one. What is the equilibrium constant K for the reaction Cu plus 2Ag plus Cu plus 2Ag? E naught of cell is given to us. So we have a direct formula, that is E naught will be equal to 0.059 by N into log of K. Here N is equal to number of electron transfer. We can easily say 2 electrons is being transferred here. N is equal to 2. K we need to find out. Value of E naught is given as 0.46. Therefore 0.46 is equal to 0.059 by 2 into log K. So therefore log K will be equal to 2 into 0.46 by 0.059, which nearly comes to 15.59. Therefore antilog of 15.59. So K will be equal to, it will be antilog of 15.59. It comes to 10 to the power of 15, close to that. So therefore option must be D here, because we got 15 point something here. So 10 to the power of 15 will be there. So answer is 3.3. 9 to 10 to the power of 15. So answer option D. So D is the answer. Eighth one. Calculate EMF of electrode concentration cell. Electrode concentration cell. So here mercury zinc amalgam, means zinc amalgam is taken on both sides. So zinc is the electrode used here, and the concentration is different. Electrode concentration cell. So C1, the concentration of electrode at anode, C2, concentration of electrode at cathode, and C is the concentration of ions which are common to both. If the concentration of zinc amalgam are 2 gram per 100 grams of mercury and 1 gram per 100 grams of mercury in anode and cathode respectively. So first one stands for anode. So this part is taken as anode and this part is taken as cathode. Anode and cathode respectively. So 2 grams per 100 grams of mercury, 1 gram per 100 grams of mercury. That is a anode and cathode respectively. Now let us see the potential of the cell. First I am writing the cell reaction, that is zinc giving rise to, means zinc, the concentration is given as C1 here. So C1 giving rise to Zn plus 2 plus 2 electrons anode, coming towards cathode Zn plus 2 plus 2 electrons giving rise to zinc. Here zinc is C2. Overall cell reaction Zn plus 2 and electrons can be cancelled. This will be zinc of C1 concentration, electrode here, and Zn C2 concentration. Now when you write the Nernst equation for this, E is equal to E naught will be anyhow 0, minus 0.059 by 2 here, concentration of log of concentration of the products by reactants, it will be C2 by C1 then. C2 by C1. If you make this positive value here, if you change the sign here, it will be 0.059 by 2. We can take it as log of C1 by C2 then now. Log of C1 by C2. So log of C1 by C2. So C1 comes to value 2 for us, and the concentrations are given here. One is given as 2. This will be 2 by 65.4 because moles you require. Other one is, this will be 1 by 65.4. So total value comes out to be C1 by C2 comes out to be 2 by 1, which is equal to 0.059 by 2 into log of. So 2 grams by 65.4 into 1 gram 65.4. So we are going to get value in the moles now. So therefore E is equal to 0.059 by 2 into, is nothing but log 2. Log 2 is 0.3010. So 0.301. Totally by 2 we have. So this entire value comes to 8.8 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So answer 8.8 10 to the power of minus 3. So the option is close to B option we have. So answer is B here, 8.8 10 to the power of minus 3. Answer is B. Next one, ninth one. The resistance of conductivity cell containing 0.001 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin is 1500 ohms. What is a cell constant? What is a cell constant? Cell constant of conductivity cell, what is a cell constant? This should be here, I think, if conductivity, it should be if here, if conductivity of 0.001 molar KCl solution at 298 is 0.146 10 to the power of minus 3 so many Siemens per centimeter. So they have given us conductivity and asking us cell constant. It's not easy, it should be if. So the resistance is given. You are observing both the concentrations are same here. Implies that solution will be having same resistance as well as same conductivity also. Same conductivity we have. Therefore, cell constant formula will be equal to conductivity into resistance. Cell constant L by A is equal to conductivity. Conductivity is kappa into resistance. Here both are having same concentrations here. Thereby both solutions have same conductivity. So therefore conductivity is given as 0.146 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Resistance is given as 1500. So 1500, which is equal to, simplification the value comes to 0.219. Cell constant will be centimeter inverse. So 0.219 centimeter inverse. So answer is B. B answer. 10th one. Given standard electrode potentials Fe plus 3 to Fe, Fe plus 2 Fe, both the values are given to us. We need to find out the standard electrode potentials of Fe plus 3 to Fe plus 2. Let us now construct Latimer diagram for this. That is Fe plus 3 to Fe plus 2 to Fe, and then Fe plus 3 to Fe. Let us take this value, overall value as say delta G1, this as delta G2, this as delta G3. Free energies are always additive in nature but not potentials. So therefore we can take delta G1 is equal to delta G2 plus delta G3, and we know that delta G is equal to minus NFE. Minus NFE. Now delta G1, here the value of N is equal to 3 for this process. Here value of N is equal to 2 for this process. Value of N is equal to 1 this process. So delta G1, so this will be minus NFE. So minus N, 3 electrons, into F, into E. E means we have to take up from Fe plus 3 to Fe plus 2 to Fe value, which is given as minus 0.036. Minus 0.036, which is equal to delta G2 minus N minus 1 into F into E. This E we have to find out now. Then it is again minus delta G3. So it is 2 into F into. Now the value of Fe plus 2 to Fe, that is given as minus 0.44. So minus, it is 0.44. We can change sign throughout here like this. Cancel F also throughout there. Therefore here minus 3 into minus 0.036 we have is equal to E, and minus sign is there. Minus 2 into it is 0.44. That implies E is equal to 3 into minus 0.036, and this will be plus 2 into 0.44, which is equal to, on simplification, the value comes to 0.772. 0.772 is the answer. Let us check with the options. 0.772 is a fourth option. Answer is D. So D is the correct answer for this. Next, 3 electrolytes ABC containing zinc sulfate, silver nitrate, copper sulfate are connected in series. A steady current of 1.5 amperes is passed until 1.45 grams of silver is deposited at cathode. How long did the current flow, and what is the mass of zinc and copper deposited? How long did the current flow, and then what is the mass of copper and zinc deposited? They are given as 1.45 grams of silver deposited, with a current strength of 1.5 amperes. Now here, when you pass a current equal to 96,500 coulombs, we get a mass equal to 1 gram equivalent. In this case, silver weight is given. So equivalent mass of silver is 108 atomic mass by 1. So to get 108 grams, this much amount of charge must be passed. And the mass of silver obtained is 1.45 grams only. So 1.45 grams is obtained from how many coulombs of charge? 96500 into 1.45 by 108. This gives us quantity of charge Q, amount of charge to deposit 1.45 grams. And we know that value of Q is equal to I into T. And then value of I is given as 1.5 amperes. I is 1.5 amperes. We require value of T. Therefore, which is equal to 1.5 into T. Hence, value of T is equal to. So, it is 96,500 into 1.45 by 108 into 1.5. This value comes in seconds. So, the value comes in seconds here. That is 893.5 seconds. We have to divide this by 60 to get in minutes. Dividing by 60, 893.5 by 60, the value nearly comes out to be 14.89. So answer is nearly equal to 14. So 14 is the answer. So one of the answer must be 14 minutes now. So 14 is coming in option A. So the A itself is the answer, remaining 2 will be automatically tallying. So 14.3 is the answer which we got. Next one, 12th one. On the basic information available from 4 by 3 mole of aluminium plus O2 giving rise to 2/3 Al2O3, delta G is given as minus 827 kilojoules per mole of oxygen. For every mole of oxygen, this is the value of delta G given to us. The minimum EMF required to carry out the electrolysis is minimum EMF required to carry out electrolysis now. So delta G value, if you know, we can find out E value applying formula delta G is equal to minus NFE. So, but we should know the value of delta G. Should know the value of delta G which is given to. Also, we should know how many electron transfer is taking place there now. Now, let us see for 1 mole of oxygen now. So, 1 mole of oxygen means here O2, 1 mole of oxygen. In the process, it is becoming 2/3, becoming as 2 by 3 here now. 2 by 3 of it is O3 minus 2, O3 minus 2, which is equal to, we can say it is 2 moles of O2 minus equal to minus 4 altogether now. So total change in the charge must be equal to 4 electrons then. So O2 plus 4 electrons will come out as O2 minus 2 then now. So it will be here, total change will be equal, that is 2 of O minus 2 we can get. So electron transfer is 4. So N is 4 for us now. So applying the formula, delta G is equal to minus NFE. Now potential E is equal to, delta G is given for us. Let us take in joules the value. So minus sign is there already here, minus sign comes over there. So that is minus and minus gets cancelled here. So 827 into 10 to the power of 3 by N into, we have N is 4 into F value 96,500. That gives a value of potential. It nearly comes out to be 2.14. So answer is A. So delta G is equal to minus NFE. We found out the value of number of electron transfer using 1 mole of O2, and in the equation is given as 2 by 3 O3. Both 3 will be, O will be having minus 2 in that. Total electron transfer we have taken. So 4 is electron transfer. Then next one, that is answer is 2.14 here. Then 13th one. For strong electrolytes, a plot of molar concentration versus root C. Direct question, the graph drawn between concentration and then molar, here will be a straight line. It comes from d by Huckel equation. This straight line, so linear equation is called d by Huckel's equation. So answer is option B. Then 14th one. Here, how much potential of hydrogen electrode will change when its solution initially pH 0 neutralized to pH 7. Now when you say pH 0 implies hydrogen ion concentration will be equal to pH 0 means hydrogen ion is equal to 1 molar now. If pH is equal to 7, then hydrogen ion concentration must be equal to 10 to the power of minus 7 then now. Let us apply a Nernst equation for this. E is equal to E naught plus 0.059 by 1 into log of hydrogen ion concentration. H plus E is here 1 molar, so log 1 will be equal to 0. So finally E is equal to 0 in case 1. Second case, value of E is equal to E naught plus 0.059 by 1 into, it is log of 10 to the power of minus 7. Log 10 power minus 7 we have. Minus 7 log 10. Log 10 is 1. Therefore, value of E is equal to minus 7 into 0.059. The value nearly, it comes out to 0.413 with a negative sign. Implies the value gets reduced by 0.41 units. So 0.41 volts it gets reduced. The next one, that is 0.41. The standard EMF of the cell in which the reaction MnO4 minus becoming Mn plus 2 is 0.59 volts. What is the equilibrium constant for the reaction? Again, we have a direct equation for this, that is E naught is equal to 0.059 by N into log of K. So require the value of E naught, which is given to us 0.59, as well as value of N. Here number of electron transfer will be equal to 5 electron transfer. So formula is E naught is equal to 0.059 by N into log of K. E naught is 0.59, which is equal to 0.059 by N is equal to 5 electron transfer, 5 into log K. Therefore, log K is equal to 0.59 into 5 by 0.059, which comes out to 50. So log K is 50 means K is equal to antilog of 50, which comes to 10 to the power of 50. So answer is option C, 10 power 50. Today we will discuss questions from solutions and colligative properties. First one, a solution contains 1.2 10 to the power of 24 HCl molecules in 1 decimeter cube of solution. The strength of the solution is. Now here they are given number of molecules of HCl asking us the strength, and if you see options, all are in normalities only. But for HCl, molarity is also equal to normality because N factor is 1. Let us find number of moles of HCl present first. That is 1.2 10 to the power of 24 molecules are there, divided by Avogadro's number 6.0 10 to the power of 23 we have. This gives rise to 2. There are 2 moles of HCl molecules present in 1 liter solution. Therefore, molarity is equal to 2 moles per 1 liter, which is equal to 2 molar solution we have. 2 molar is also equal to 2 normal in the case of HCl. So answer is option B. So B is the answer. Next one. Osmotic pressure of 1 molar solution of NaCl and urea are in the ratio. Both are having same concentrations. Then it depends upon Van 't Hoff factor I. So I is equal to 2 for NaCl solution, I is equal to 1 for urea solution. And we know that pi is equal to I into C into RT we have. When C being same depends upon value of I. Value of I is more for NaCl. Therefore, osmotic pressure is more for NaCl solution. And I is 2 and I is 1 here. So it will double for NaCl. So answer will be 2:1 ratio we have. So 2:1. So it comes to B. Then the third one. So 1 gram of pure calcium carbonate was found to require 50 ml of dilute HCl solution for complete reaction. What is the strength of HCl solution? Again, they gave us normalities only. Let us write the reaction first. That is CaCO3, calcium carbonate plus HCl, giving rise to, it forms CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. So this will be 2 here, 2 moles. So 1 mole requires 2 moles of HCl. 1 moles mean here 100 grams, 2 mole means here 2 into 36.5 grams now. They have taken 1 gram of pure Ca, 1 gram of pure CaCO3. So 100 grams requires 2 into 36.5 means 1 gram of this requires how much? So 1 into 2 into 36.5 by 100 then. So it is a 0.365 into 2 is the amount of HCl required. But this was present in 500 ml of solution. So therefore, what is the molarity of solution there? So molarity is equal to number of moles of solute present. So mass is equal to 2 into, it is 0.365 by molar mass 36.5 into 1000 by volume of solution is 50 ml. This comes to molarity and same as that of normality also. So answer is 0.4. For this answer comes out to be 0.4. So answer is option CV. Then next one, 25 ml of 0.25 molar NaCl solution was diluted with water to a volume of 500 ml. The new concentration of the solution is, so dilution process, so therefore formula that is to be applied is M1V1 is equal to M2V2 then. Initial molarity is given as 0.25, so it is 0.25 into volume is 25 ml is equal to final molarity we need to find out here into that volume is given as 500 ml. Therefore, final molarity is equal to 0.25 into 25 by it is 500. So the value it comes out to be 0.0125. 0.0125 is option B. So B is the answer. Next, fifth one. Aqueous solution of 0.1 mole concentration of sucrose should have a freezing point of. They're asking us freezing point of 0.1 mole solution. 0.1 mole solution. Now here formula is direct here. Delta TF is equal to, it is Kf into molality. Kf into molality. So which is equal to Kf is given as 1.86 into molality. Molality is 0.1 which comes to 0.186. So this much less we have regarding freezing point of solution. So the answer must be minus 0.186. So answer is option D we have. D is the answer. Then next one, sixth one. Normality of 10% weight by volume of acetic acid solution. Normality of 10% weight by volume of acetic acid solution. 10% weight by volume means you have 10 grams present in 100 ml of solution. Therefore, normality will be equal to mass of solute 10 by its equivalent mass. Molarity of acetic acid, equivalent mass and molar mass are same, that is 60 into 1000 by volume is 100 ml. Simplifying this, we get the answer 1.66. So answer is option C. C is the answer. Seventh one. The relationship between osmotic pressure at 273 Kelvin when 10 grams glucose, 10 grams urea and 10 grams sucrose are dissolved in 250 ml solution. So mass of solute is same in the three cases and then volume is also same. then it depends upon the number of moles of substance. Now here glucose molar mass is 180, so therefore 10 by 180 will be the number of moles of glucose. 10 by 60 will be number of moles of urea. 10 by 342 will be the number of moles of sucrose we have. These are the values. So now we should know whichever value is higher, that is going to have higher osmotic pressure. So if we take this as a P1, say as P2, say as P3 here, definitely value of P2 must be more than P1, then comes P3. So P2 is more than P1 than P3. So answer is option C. Seventh one, answer is option P2 more than P1 than P3. Next one, negative deviation of Raoult's law is observed in which of the following binary solution or binary mixtures? Negative deviation will be caused between the compounds having stronger force of attractions. Having a stronger force of attractions. Let us now see the components. If you see acetone and chloroform, they have stronger dipole interactions now. Let us draw the diagram of acetone and chloroform. So acetone, so CH3, I am writing for convenience like this. So acetone molecule, and chloroform HC means CHCl3. Between these two you have a stronger force of attraction now. Hydrogen of this and oxygen of this. A kind of hydrogen bonding is there. So we have a stronger force of attraction between acetone and chloroform. Therefore, they are going to exhibit negative deviation because of stronger force of attraction. So answer is option C. So C is the answer for this. Then ice is kept in thermos flask at 0 degrees Celsius and adding some common salt to it. When you are adding common salt to ice, so ice starts melting to dissolve some amount of salt in that. Then it forms a freezing mixture where it is having a temperature less than 0 degrees. So initially some amount of ice melts so as to dissolve some amount of common salt added. So therefore amount of salt ice will be less after adding salt to it. So option is B. Amount of ice will be decreasing. And afterwards it forms freezing mixture. And freezing mixture is having lesser temperature than 0 degrees Celsius. Answer is option B. Next. So B is the answer. 10th one. During evaporation of liquid, evaporation takes place by absorption of heat within the system itself. So system's temperature decreases now. So evaporation always leads to decrease of temperature of the liquid. So answer is option B. So 10 answer B. Then 11th one. A solution of urea of 56 gram per mole boils at 100.18 degrees Celsius at a pressure, at an atmospheric pressure. Kf and Kb are given to us, and respectively what is the freezing point of the solution. So they are given Kf and Kb, they are given the molar mass of urea, and they are asking and boiling point of urea is also given to us. We require freezing point of the urea solution. Now here delta TB is equal to Kb into molarity. Similarly, delta Tf is equal to Kf into molality. Both are same solutions, means molality remains same. So you divide these two, molality gets cancelled now. So delta Tb by delta Tf. So delta Tb boiling point elevation is 0.18 degrees now. So 0.18 degrees by delta Tf we have to find out, which is equal to Kb value. So Kf and Kb are, we require Kb first. Kb is equal to 0.512. So 0.512 by Kf value is 1.86. So from this we can find out delta Tf value. So therefore delta Tf value is equal to 653, is equal to 0.653. But asking the depression, the freezing point will be lesser by this much amount. So answer comes out to be minus 0.653. answer is D option then. So D is the answer. Next, what would be the freezing point of solution containing 17 grams of ethyl alcohol in 1000 grams of water? Asking freezing point. Again same formula. Freezing point depression delta TF is equal to KF into molality. So delta TF is equal to KF is 1.86 into molality. So 17 mass by its molar mass of ethyl alcohol is 46 into it is 1000 by the solvent mass is given as again 1000 here now. 1000 by 1000. So delta TF, the value comes out to be 0.68. The value is 0.68 here. So minus 0.68 will come, less than 0.68. So answer is option A. So A is the answer. Then the osmotic pressure of 0.1 molal solution of NaCl and Na2SO4 will be. Both are having different I values. I value is equal to 2 for this, I is equal to 3 for this. Therefore, osmotic pressure of Na2SO4 will be more than that of pressure of NaCl. So it will be more than that of NaCl. Answer is option C. So 13th one, option C. Then 14th one. Which of the following will have highest boiling point? That is again delta TB values. Delta TB is equal to, it will be Kb into molality. Depends upon molality and also depends upon how many moles have been added. And here all are different solutes, so also we require value of I, because value of I is not same throughout. Excuse me. In the case of glucose, I is equal to 1. So I is 1 here, I is 1 here, but I value is 2 here and I value is 3 here now. Also depends upon number of moles that are being added. It implies altogether if you take glucose here, I is 1 into number of moles, 1 by 180. And the second case, I is also equal to 1 into 1 by 1% is given, 1 by it is 342. I into it is 2 by 58.5 we have. I is equal to 3 here now, so it will be 3 by total molar mass of the compound is 111. 3 by 111 we have. So we need to consider all the masses, then the value will be higher for 2 by 58.5 gets higher value. Therefore answer is option C. So C is the higher answer. That's the option. Vanta factor of calcium nitrate depends upon number of ions produced here now. It produces 3 ions in aqueous solution assuming 100% dissociation. Therefore answer is option C. So C is the answer. Today we will discuss questions from solid state chemistry. First question, the salt AB crystallizes in CaCl structure. The anions at the corners, cation in the center. Hence the radius ratio is. The CaCl type of structure comes under BCC, body-centered cubic structure. And for body-centered cubic structure, the radius ratio, radius of cation to anion will be between 0.732 to 0.99. So direct question, answer is option D. So D is the answer. So for BCC, whose coordination number is 8, radius ratio will be 0.732 to 0.99. So answer is option D. Then the volume of atoms present in face-centered cubic unit cell is, radius is given to us, they require total volume of all the atoms present. Volume of each atom will be equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Volume of each atom 4 by 3 pi r cube, and FCC structure has altogether 4 atoms in that. So total volume of all the atoms means just multiply this value into 4. That comes to equal to 16 by 3 pi r cube then. 16 by 3 pi r cube. Answer D option. So D is the correct answer. So D. Then number of unit cell in 4 grams of X whose atomic mass 40 which crystallizes in BCC pattern, Avogadro number, you can directly take it as n itself now. So it is a BCC pattern means the value of Z will be equal to 2 we have. Value of Z is equal to 2 because of BCC pattern. Now let us calculate. For BCC, Z is equal to 2. So molar mass of unit cell. Molar mass of unit cell is equal to 2 into atomic mass 40. This is equal to 80. 8 is the molar mass of unit cell. Then comes number of moles of unit cells. Number of moles of unit cells will be equal to, mass is given as 4 grams, a molar mass is 80. Now comes number of unit cells. Now, moles we know. Now number of unit cells. Number of unit cells will be equal to number of moles, 4 by 80 number of moles are there, into Avogadro's number. So it should be taken as n itself as Avogadro's number. So answer will be 0.1 by 2, means C. 0.1 by 2. So molar mass of unit cell 2 into 40 and number of moles of unit cells, mass by molar mass of unit cell, number of unit cells. That is the number of moles into Avogadro's number. So answer option C. Then the ratio of close packed atoms to tetrahedral voids in cubic close packing. Number of atoms to tetrahedral voids is 1:2. Every atom will have 2 tetrahedral voids in close packed structure. So direct question, answer is option B. B is the answer. Then next one. Number of octahedral sides per sphere in FCC structure. So every atom will have 1 octahedral void. So atom will have 1 octahedral void and 2 tetrahedral voids. So your answer is option A. So A is the answer. Then in a solid AB NaCl type of structure, A atoms are FCC, B atoms occupy octahedral voids. If all face-centered atoms along one axis are removed, then resultant stoichiometry of the solid will be. All face-centered atoms along one axis are removed here. Only one axis are removed. Then resultant stoichiometry of the solid. You should know in NaCl structure, and they are asking us atoms are removed from one of the axes. So let us take a diagram of NaCl roughly like this. So NaCl structure will be face-centered cubic structure. So it will be approximately of this type, we can say. Then like this also we have. This also we have another pair. This will be NaCl structure, and B occupy octahedral void. All edge centers will be octahedral voids only. So this is octahedral void, nothing but edge center. Atoms A occupy FCC. Atom A occupy FCC means that will be the corner plus face center. Corner plus face center we have. And edge centers are occupied by the octahedral void. So the formula of NaCl will be, it will be A4 and then B4. Initially A4 and B4. Because NaCl structure contains 4 ion pairs are there. So 4A and 4B we have. Now, if all face-centered atoms along one axis are removed now. Suppose when you take this axis here, face-center axis, we have one more atom in the bottom also. We remove the atoms along this axis here, along the face-center axis. There are 2 atoms which can be removed then now. If 2 atoms of A are removed along faces means half is a contribution of that. 2 atoms are removed here. So 2 into half will be equal to 1. Implies that 1 atom of A is removed then now. Now the atoms of A will be only 3 and B is not disturbed here now. So B remains the same. It will be A3, B4. A3, B4 is option D. So D is the answer. Next one, 7th one. How many unit cells are there in 1 gram cube-shaped ideal crystal AB of molar mass 60, which has NaCl lattice type of structure? Now here, for NaCl lattice type of structure, for NaCl structure, we have 4 ion pairs are there. 4 ion pairs for 1 unit cell. 1 unit cell, 4 ion pairs are there. Therefore, molar mass of unit cell will be equal to 4 into, it is 60, it is equal to 240. The molar mass of unit cell is 240. So, number of moles of unit cells, number of moles will be equal to mass by molar mass. Mass by molar mass. 1 by 240. Now, number of unit cells will be equal to moles, that is 1 by 40, into Avogadro's number, 6 into 10 to the power of 23. On simplification, the value comes to option C, 2.5 10 power 21. 2.5 10 power 21. So, for NaCl, 4 ion pairs are there for each unit cell. Therefore, molar mass of unit cell 4 into mass of one pair, which is given there. So, number of unit cells and number of moles of unit cells and the number of unit cells. C answer. Then, when heated at 916 Celsius, iron changes its BCC crystalline form to FCC. Ratio of densities of crystal before heating, after heating. Before heating means we have BCC structure. After heating we have FCC structure. These two densities ratios we need to find out. Density formula D is equal to, it is Zm by A cube into N. So the ratio of densities here, molar mass and Avogadro's number remain same. So we require only Z and A. Now for BCC structure, value of Z is equal to 2, and for FCC structure, value of Z is equal to 4. 2 and 4 we have. And in the case of BCC atoms touch along the body diagonal. Therefore, A root 3 will be equal to 4R for BCC structure. FCC atoms touch along face diagonal. So, face diagonal is A root 2 will be equal to 4R then now. A root 2 is 4R. From this value of A we can get A is equal to 4R by root 3. A is equal to 4R by root 2. Because we require A in these things. Let us take the ratio of densities now. So, density say before heating is BCC. Density of say BCC by density of say FCC for iron is equal to Z of BCC is 2 by A cube of BCC. So A will be equal to 4R by root 3, the whole cube. So 4R cube by, it will be 4R by root 3 into root 3 here whole cube by density of FCC structure. For FCC value of Z is equal to 4. Z is equal to 4 here. Z is 4 by A cube. So A cube will be equal to 4R by root 2. So 4R comes here now. 4R the whole cube by root 2. So root 2 the whole cube then. This must be simplified further. So 4R cube gets cancelled there now. And on simplification, that 2, it will be 3 root 3 by 4 into 2 root 2. 4 into 2 root 2. Further simplification, you will be getting value as 0.9. So 0.9 nearly. So option B. Answer is option B we have. So value of Z is 2 for BCC, and at BCC atoms touch along body diagonal. So body diagonal A root 3 is equal to 4R. For FCC atoms touch along face diagonal, therefore A root 2 is equal to 4R. For FCC Z is equal to 4. So answer is B. Then CaF2, in CaF2 crystal, Ca plus 2 F minus are located respectively. So Ca plus 2 is given as face centered, lattice cubic points are there. And then asking about F minus ions. Then in CaF2 structure, Ca plus 2 occupies the FCC, means corner as well as face centers. That implies F minus occupies all tetrahedral voids. So option here is tetrahedral voids, all. A is the answer. So answer for this is A. Then a substance crystallizes in FCC, that is a face-centered cubic structure. In atoms A occupy each corner of the cube and B occupy the face center of the cube. The correct formula. So atoms A are occupying corners, atoms B are occupying face centers. So 8 corners are there. So 8 into 1/8 will be contribution. Therefore atom A will be equal to 1. Atoms B occupy all face centers now. Faces are 6. Each face center is equal to half we have. Therefore 3 atoms. So B will be having 3 atoms then now. So 1 atom of A and then 3 atoms of B. So answer is AB3. So AB3 is the answer. Next one. Which is not correct about packing fraction? Packing fraction of simple cube 52% correct. FCC 74% also correct. BCC 68% correct. BCC, this is not correct. So not correct option they are asking us. So answer is option D. D is the answer. So answer is D. Then what is the coordination number of sodium in Na2O? Na2O structure O minus 2 will form FCC structure, and Na plus occupy all tetrahedral voids. Tetrahedral void means coordination number must be equal to 4. Tetrahedral void coordination number remains as 4 only. So 4 is the answer. Next one. If atoms of radius r form face-centered cubic unit cell of edge length A, the correct relation is now face-centered one. Face-centered one, atoms touch along the face diagonal. So we take this as a face here, face diagonal. Atoms touch along face diagonal, they come like this. So therefore face diagonal is A root 2 will be equal to 4R. A root 2 will be equal to 4R. So answer option C. So C answer. Next one. Density of KBr is given as 2.75 grams per cc. The length of unit cell 654 pm. Atomic mass of K and Br are given to us. Then solid is. Implies we need to find out the value of Z in this case. From that we can find out the nature of the solid. Now let us apply the formula for density. Density D is equal to Zm by A cube into N. A cube into N. Z is given as 2.75. So 2.75 is equal to D is given as 2.75. Z we need to find out. Z into molar mass means 39 and then 80 together. So 119 by A cube, value of A is given there. So 654 into 10 to the power of minus 10. The value comes in centimeters, the whole cube, into Avogadro's number 6 into 10 to the power of 23. So from this we need to simplify, get the value of Z. Z approximately comes out to be 3.9, which can be taken as 4. Z4 is face-centered cubic structure. So answer is option 4. Answer A, value is 4. Then next one, the packing efficiency of two-dimensional unit in the following now. Now here, number of atoms per unit cell we need to find out. So number of atoms is equal to. Now here, number of atoms means the middle we have one atom is there, and here each atom will be 1/3 only. This part is equal to 1/3 of the circle, so 1/3 is there now. We have altogether 6 1/3s are there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total number of atoms will be 1 in the middle plus 6 into 1/3 we have now. It implies altogether we have 3 atoms are there in the structure given to us. Then area of all atoms. Now each atom is a circle for us. There are 3 circles here. So 3 into we can take it as pi r square then now. Then comes area of unit cell. Area of unit cell. Area of unit cell is the internal area. Suppose when you join these two, we get an equilateral triangle now. Like this you are going to get 6 triangles here now. So area of this equilateral triangle into 6 will give us area of entire unit cell. And we know that area of equilateral triangle is equal to root 4 by 3 into a square. But here a can be taken as, in this case, r plus r 2r here now. So it will be equal to root 3 by 4 into 2r the whole square. That is going to be the area of each equilateral triangle. That way we have altogether 6 are there now. So therefore, it will be 6 into area of each one, root 3 by 4 into 2r the whole square. Now comes the packing efficiency or packing fraction is equal to. So area of all atoms 3 pi r square by 6 root 3 here, 6 root 3, this 2 gets cancelled with 4 here, into we have there r square then. Simplifying, you are going to get the value as 0.9. So the answer is 90%. So it comes out as D then now. Answer is D.